America recently this past year. This is not job growth and this is not prosperity. Speaking of which, if you are prosperous, things are about to get
Mayor
worse.
Mamdani
Listen to
in New York
this.
City wants to raise the estate taxes from 16 to 50% and lower the number from 7.1 million to $750,000, which, by the way, who do you think this affects? New York City has 123 billionaires, average age 67 years old. What do you think the 67-year-old is thinking about? Estate planning, living trust, and guess who else is probably going to be talking to that daddy that's worth 2.8 billion or 6.9 billion dollars? Their kids are saying, Dad, we can't stay here if he's going to want to tax you this way. Number two, who else you think? The financial advisor at Goldman, Morgan, Merrill, whoever it is, going to say, probably not a good idea for you to stay here. And last but not least, the actual companies, the firms, the Goldman, the investment bankers, the bigger companies are probably going to hold a meeting saying, what are we going to do with these 123 billionaires? That if they stay here and they die, the number we have that we're managing right now is going to split if this passes. Of course, for it to pass, he's going to need Hochul, and they're right now feuding back.
Wow. So this estate tax thing is massive. If you're a wealth advisor, why would you tell a billionaire to remain in a city where if you happen to do your estate planning there, you're going to lose half of it when that plan kicks into effect? They're going to tell their clients to leave, and then they're going to manage less wealth in New York City, which means their company might have to leave or downsize or relocate, which means those corporate taxes the mayor's talking about on the most profitable companies,
The reality of it is, the more language like this is spoken, California barely flinched at a 5% wealth tax, $1 trillion of wealth left.
Yeah,
New York City,
happen.
They're talking about something like this. What do you think these 67-year-olds
They're already moving
to a city called Palm Beach, Florida, if they flirt with it and if it passes?
Right. The fact that people are saying, they don't even have to pass this. The fact that they're saying, hey, I want to tax these people. That's going to make people say.
Beach place I would go to, probably Florida. Ain't no way fuck that, dog. New York? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way.
Oh, yeah? I'm just going to leave. And once all this wealth flees, it's not going to come back. You can't raise taxes and chase out all of this wealth and then say, oh, hey, just joking. We brought it down. Come on back. Like, they're not going to come back.
Mamdani has repeatedly said he'll be forced to raise property taxes, hurting working-class New Yorkers if state lawmakers don't raise taxes on millionaires and corporations.
He's holding the voters hostage.
State senators and assembly members in what's known as their, quote, one House bill agree and do want to raise those taxes.
Oh, so that's going to happen, too.
Support either or both the millionaire's tax or a corporate tax hike.
On the property tax, I've been pretty clear. I don't think we should do that.
No, it's going to happen.
The taxes that Albany is considering in the one House bills, look, everything has to be on the table, but I also want to be cautious.
Taxing the rich has become increasingly popular, with just last week a Siena poll showing 54% of New Yorkers supporting it, mostly driven by residents of New York City.
Right. So it's only popular because the rich haven't left yet. Everybody wants to tax the rich. Well, what happens when the rich leave? And then the people who wanted to tax them, what happens when they're the rich? Then what's going to happen?
But Governor Kathy Hochul continues to say, even today during a budget forum, higher taxes are not the answer.
I have to look at the fact that we are in competition with other states.
Classic cutoff situation into a break check.
Come on. I mean, just at this point, stay back.
We getting out of the car? Just keep the horn on.
No, don't. I'm sweating.
Does he come back? No way.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No, I can't handle this. Just get away from them.
This is such pleb behavior. Such pleb behavior. If you do this move...
Yeah, you're already a turd.
Why are you mad that someone's beeping at you? Be like, yeah, I get it. I should be beeped at, but I made it and I'm out. It just, the hubris it takes to be a on the road and then get mad when someone's honks at you. It's like the second people get into a car, they become fully mentally unstable. Speaking to myself too, like, but it's all verbally. Like, I'll say very verbally outrageous things.
But you don't act out on it.
What up, Janet? I'm doing good. Just oh, actually, my eye is fucked up, so I'm kind of doing good, like 75% good. But yeah, we chilling, just watching some YouTube, reacting to it. Hopefully, I don't get copyright strike, whatever. They don't really give me a strike. They just give me a warning. But yeah, we just chilling. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the stream. Love you.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna like put anyone in danger over a stupid road rally. You know what I mean? The occasional you or finger too, even. But like, I would never in my life.
Wait, I had a question though. So, what's a good app for streaming, like where people can like interact with it? Like what's it called? I was watching this one streamer and he has this thing at the top right of the corner where it's like hype mode, and then like you can give a discount on bids or some shit like that. I wanted something like that for my stream. What is that?
Would start using my vehicle as some sort of like weapon of aggression. Truly insane behavior. Do you want to get in an accident? I don't understand. Like, secretly.
What? Hair?
Yeah. Secretly, you want to get in an accident? You can leave that in.
Thank you for preventing me from eating my hair. Welcome back, everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. Dynamite intro, guys. We're back for a little more mildly or fully infuriating, depending. Infuriating, depending on how you view it. Girlfriend sent me to Costco to get $3.95 back.
No.
That is 1,000% something you would do.
No way. You're kidding me right now.
What's your limit, dude? Like you're like the queen of ordering stuff on Amazon just to return it, like small stuff.
But okay, this is topical because I'm ordering bathing suits.
Sure.
But I'm ordering like 100 bathing suits, and I'm probably going to keep 2.
That's bathing suits
you
are
need
normal.
different sizes. They all run different. They all are cut different. You need different.
I will say
colors.
that's normal though. There's been stuff in the past where like I've ordered something and it like wasn't the right thing, and I'm like, whatever. And you're like, oh, I'll return it for you. And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, I'm probably already going anyway.
I'm not. Yeah, you're like the queen of just buying and returning because you're just an online shopper.
I'm not going to waste my time for $3.95. It'll take me longer to get there and more gas.
There is a minimum cutoff, I think.
And it's also just
if it's like
difficult
10,
to go into Costco.
10, 15, 20 bucks. Or yeah, if it's one thing, if you just rebox it and put it up by your mailbox.
Yep.
For Amazon, just download the shipping label. But I appreciate that about you because I am the king of just throwing something in the trash because I can't be bothered to return it. Typically, I do heavy amounts of research before buying something, so I don't often buy something that I need to return.
Sometimes you do get sent the wrong item by accident, though.
Oh,
that's happened.
That was a nightmare. How about the time they sent me an empty envelope? Amazon happened twice in 1 month. Sealed empty envelopes.
I remember that actually.
That was awesome. Someone at work put a help yourself note on a pack of Tim Tams that I bought. First of all, those Tim Tams look delicious.
Is that like an Australian treat, I think?
I've definitely never seen them or heard of them. This is when you go around everyone's desk and check their handwriting. Nice. I can't imagine the motivation of putting a help yourself on someone else's food unless you have like a public office beef with them, perhaps. We were just looking at printers. Hold on.
Oh my God,
it's literally cheaper to buy a new printer than new ink.
The printer is cheaper than the ink.
Printer, $48 for the XL
I gotta
cartridge.
say, ink is wildly expensive.
$44 for the printer. It is. It's just yeah. It's always the consumable. That's where the money's made.
I don't know. Our printer is definitely. I've been saying it's on its last life for probably 5 years. So the fact that it's still going is wild.
No, you know what else is crazy though is the fact that and this has been going on for a long time. Our printer's HP and it's 10 years old now.
At least.
You have to literally have a subscription just in order to get ink. I would buy my ink off Amazon, not through their subscription service, which is supposed to let you know when you're low and send you an automatic whatever. I print something once every month. I don't need a subscription for ink, dude. The amount of financial help I get to cover my health insurance payment, that's just insulting, dude.
That really is.
That's insulting, but also just a beautiful synopsis of the healthcare system in the United States. Monthly premium $480, financial help minus $1.
Wow.
That covers the lollipops when you're done. I feel like it's more of an insult than it would be just to deny coverage. I totally agree. Don't even tell me I'm getting coverage unless it's covering at least 30 to 50% of what I was responsible for.
And then the fact that at least in Massachusetts, you're required to have insurance or you pay a fine.
Yeah, Like, insurance is untenable. It's too expensive. The coverage is so convoluted and impossible to figure out like what you need.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as bad as like tax season preparation, trying to figure out what's a good insurance.
It's worse, honestly.
Maybe worse.
No,
And it changes every single year, goes up every single year, never stops going up, even though you're getting the same service. And then they force you to have it, and if you don't, you get fined by the government. Incredible work, man. The quality of toilet paper at my dentist's office.
We call that half ply.
We call that 0.3 ply right
I
there.
know.
That's,
it's less than half. You're right.
That's not even a ply. That's a pull. It's a PL with no Y on it. Yikes. You can see the hand through it.
That's bad.
I'm looking
That's
at
real
that
bad.
and I'm thinking,
Like how many times you got to roll it?
no, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna go single layer and see if I can get my finger all the way in my ass. You're bad at with TP management to begin with, so I don't even want to go in this conversation with you. Women in general, horrible TP managers.
Until you have a vagina. shut your
Horrible.
yapper.
And gentlemen, you're sitting at home, you know this. Like, how many girlfriends or your wife that, like, you know, and you've whatever seen them go pee, and to dab one dribble off their clam, they will go and ball up the biggest wad of TP you've ever seen in your life just to dab it and drop it in the toilet. And I'm like,
You get zero
that is a 1 to 2 square situation.
He tries to tell me to use one
and it's
square. I'll
not close.
die. Are
Two
we gonna
square.
start rationing toilet paper, but you'll throw out a $15
Dude,
Amazon item?
I'll use a folded 3 square for a messy okay? And you're using 17 squares for a piss? Like, what? That is.
So you have the same
It's impractical, unpragmatic.
You have no say.
Same anatomy.
No say.
I know how piss works coming out of a urethra.
You
right?
definitely don't.
All I'm saying is I would like to give this a shot with a messy one just to see.
I mean, I'll go buy the commercial grade.
No, dude, there's nothing worse than commercial grade TP. Really.
It's probably so like
thin and sandpaper. Yeah, scratchy.
It definitely just dissolves. The
Yeah,
second
that's a
it gets
situation where I'm doing one of these.
Oh, okay.
You gotta.
You're allowed to do it, but I'm
the
not.
home TP we have would be like 55 squares of that. So you have to take into consideration the thickness of the TP, the plyness.
I never knew we were going to go down this pathway today of toilet paper.
There's a lot. Toilet paper is
Here
very
we are.
personal. Toilet paper is
But
very...
I'm going to stick up for the ladies here and say, shut up. Someone lied on their plumbing application? Yeah.
There's no way this man is pretending he's a plumber and then letting this happen. Wild. You never know who you're going to get when you ask Facebook. Actually, Facebook's probably a good place to get recommendations for like appliance people, I would think, partly as opposed to like Googling it, getting all
for sure.
all the sponsored,
For sure.
sponsored posts.
Yeah,
and shit.
usually that's where I find if we need something, like I go on the Facebook community pages and search plumber or whatever. And we have a plumber, but then you just see which is the most recurring.
Buying prepackaged pistachios is quite disappointing these days. Is it gonna be like a tiny little thing? Yeah, what is that?
That is
dude?
such a rip.
That's crazy.
There's probably like 6 freaking pistachios in there.
That is crazy packaging. A chip bag is one thing. You know
Yeah,
what you're gonna
you know,
get. But
you know.
that's like aggressive deception.
Yes,
like
yes.
you're wasting cardboard with the amount of cardboard that could have fit in a baggie like this size, and they made it into a box like that. Incredible. I just cannot imagine this type of lying to the customer works long term. You would never have repeat customers. That would work for like a couple weeks at the grocery store on the shelves, and then no one would ever in their right mind buy it again. But like a lot of that stuff, they charge by weight typically, I would think.
Right, and so it would say on there how many ounces, but you're not thinking about that.
What I ordered versus what I got. Right out of the gates, I can tell this looks like maybe like some sort of ghost kitchen menu where they use
I know
just
exactly
like,
what you mean.
you know what I mean? Yeah. They're just using stock photos of these items and it's being made in some little like disgusting shared bullshit ghost kitchen where there's like 19 different DoorDash companies that are spamming their food orders out of this same menu, and then you get it. And I mean, honestly, I'd eat the fuck out of that. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like the picture, but it looks absolutely delicious.
That's exactly what it was, though. Buffalo tender loaded fries.
Okay, all right. That's yeah.
Why did it?
I would never expect a sub to look like anything but that, though.
No, that looks like
That's
a normal
what a
sub.
sub
Why
looks
did
like.
it come in a Tupperware? But this is exactly what that is. This is a kitchen. There's like one of these companies that's like reskinning their whatever and putting these pictures and then just hiring a different kitchen to make it, probably.
That sub looks.
I use Uber Eats to see what restaurants are nearby. This is exactly an Uber Eats problem. Thank God my wife can cook because I'm dealing with that bullshit.
Been here 3 hours.
YouTuber yells at airline staff over things they can't control. First of all, this is Cenk Uygur, who's like one of the most popular Democratic talking heads on the internet.
Sucks. they decided for whatever reason to screw everybody on this flight. It just frustrates me that some industries.
This is a really old
just get
clip,
to
too.
Screw you over and go, nah. You gotta fly at some point, right? It is Gustavo. That's a TYT viewer. And I'm
Yeah, that is
hungry and
sick,
I'm
right?
tired, and so